No, we should do that again.
Yeah, we should do that again.
Right. Welcome to Veevar Guitar Tech Tips. Today we're going to talk about necks.
Yeah, necks.
Necks.
All sorts of necks.
These necks and those necks.
Yep, guitar necks.
So do you know anything about necks?
I don't know anything about necks. I've never I've never figured out what's going on with the necks, but I do know that I like some necks and I hate other necks.
That's true, I'm the same. But this guitar's a really thick neck.
Yeah, I can really hear that. I can hear
Well,
that
yeah,
thickness.
that's the thing. It does not make a difference to, that's the thing. It doesn't make a difference to sound at all, really. It's just about how it feels in your hand. And like everything we talk about over the next few weeks, it's going to be down to you, what you prefer, isn't it?
It's all about preference.
Yeah. So do you know what a neck profile is?
Yeah, I've heard of a neck profile. So like neck profile it's like the shape on the back, isn't it? It's like along there.
Yeah, there's the circumference almost of the neck. Well, they basically have there's 4 different main types. You've got the C shape, the U shape, the D shape, and then the V shape as well. Yeah. Should I rattle them off?
Yeah, I mean, what's the why do they have those names for starters?
Well, okay. Well, basically they try and match the curvature of a C or a flatter D or even a V.
All right, so it's like the letter.
Yeah.
It's the shape of that letter.
Yeah.
Is the shape of the neck.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll start with the most common then. C shape. That's the most common shape. You've got a C shape on that Fender. Nearly every Fender I've played on a Strat anyway is C shape. That's their standard.
It does feel nice.
Yeah. Well, that's the one that most players prefer. It's nice for the thumb over the top kind of playing.
Yep.
That's what that one's for. There is a modern C shape. Yeah. Which is slightly flatter on the back. But that's it really.
What's that good for? The flatness on the
The
back?
flatness is good for bringing the thumb down and having the lead playing, but there are other shapes that are more suited to that.
Okay, like what?
Like the D shape. This is a D shape here.
Ibanez.
Yeah. Right, so originally D shapes were for classical guitars. If you ever played a classical guitar, it's really thick neck and flat. And that's for all the legato playing and these complicated chords the classical guitarists were doing. But yeah, recently it's been made more popular by Ibanez and Jackson and stuff, other manufacturers like that.
Right, let me try that one, because it's going to feel different. See, that's...
Immediately your hand just went to that. You see?
Yeah, it did.
It just went like that.
But it's not my thing. It's not my thing. I don't think I look very cool with this either.
No, it doesn't suit you.
Do any guitars suit me really? Do I look cool with any guitars? Or? No, it doesn't suit. It's not my thing. But you can really feel the difference. It's a much thinner neck, and you've got that flat bit on the back, which is really good for your thumb, doing that kind of stuff. But I don't do that kind of stuff.
No,
it's not my kind of thing.
Well, you might like something a bit more like this. Now, I don't know for sure, but I think this is a U neck, the thickest kind of neck. It's otherwise described as like a baseball bat neck, because it's like holding a club. It's so thick, this neck, especially up here. It might even be a compound neck, which is slightly different on either ends. But this is a proper thick neck. And it's mainly for people with large hands that their thumbs just like, you've seen it with students with big hands, their thumbs just go right over the neck, and they need a bigger neck, really. So that's the U shape.
So if you've got gorilla hands, U shape, you might really like U shape.
Octopus fingers.
Yeah.
But yeah, you might want that. And then the other one that we mentioned at the beginning was the V shape.
The V shape.
But that one is pretty much gone out of fashion, because it's for all the retro models, really. If you've got a pre-60s guitar, it might have a V shape in it. But there were actually, the V shape was originally used because it's so strong, because it's got all that wood, it's got all that support from the V, and it didn't need a truss rod in the back.
Oh, right.
So when the manufacturers were making them in the 60s or before, they cut costs and made it a lot cheaper.
Oh, because they didn't have the truss rod.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That being said, I know I've just said it's out of fashion, but Eric Clapton's signature model has a soft V, which is like a V, but the point has been like flattened out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's basically loads of different neck shapes out there.
There's tons out there. Yeah.
And like we said before, it doesn't really affect your sound at all, but it's all about that feel, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about that feel, which is it's really important when you're playing guitar, because it makes you play better, and that does affect your sound.
Yeah. So my suggestion is, if you've got a guitar that you like, research it, find out what kind of neck it is, and that's probably the one that's going to fit your hand the most. Or if you're in the market for a new guitar, and you go to the shops, Try them out.
You've got to try them out.
Yeah.
That's always the way to go. It's always the best thing. Right, well, I think that's everything on neck profiles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, actually, no. We haven't talked about that guitar right there.
Oh,
That's an important one.
is it?
Yeah. One of our sounds.
Doesn't look that special to me.
Feel it.
Oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Why is that weird? Can you tell?
So it's different down this end of the guitar than up here. It feels, yeah, it's thinner and flatter down this end, and it's kind of rounder and thicker up here. What's going on there?
Well, I think, some companies are doing compound necks, which is basically one shape down here for rhythm playing, maybe a C or a U, and then up here it's more of a D shape for that lead playing.
Right.
But this one is, what was it called?
Slim tapered C.
Slim tapered C. Or D. I think that's a D.
D.
Yeah, this is definitely a D to me. Slim tapered D. So basically it's a nice thick D here. And then it gets thinned out down here. So yeah. So we've got a thick neck up here, and then it gets thinner down here.
Yeah.
Now, so that's a slim tapered, but a compound is actually two different shapes in one.
How's that work?
Well, so it'll be a C down here, to fit the hand nicer.
Yeah.
For those open chords, but then it'll be a D up here.
Oh, and it moves into a D. Cool.
Yeah. So there is even that out there. I mean, you were playing this earlier. Did you notice it or?
Yeah, definitely. Like it's a really nice guitar to play it, and it feels a lot, different from a lot of other guitars I've played. It's really nice, really interesting.
So yeah, again, there's lots out there. It's just all about finding the guitars in the shops and trying them out. See what fits you.
All right, I think that's everything, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Right. Join us again next time on Veevar Tech Tips. Make sure you like and subscribe and click the bell icon for all future updates, and we'll see you next time.